Watch TV, rich people read books. 15 things that the poor do that the rich don't. Number one, poor people watch TV, rich people read books. You see, guys, even social media is watching TV because we have people there we're watching all the time on social media. If you're scrolling down your timeline every single day, pulling on that lever, keep pulling on that lever, and the things that makes it so interesting because it don't end, if you keep pulling on that lever, guess what? You're now pouring into your Poor people watch TV. 15 things that the poor do that the rich don't. Number one, poor people watch TV, rich people read books. You see, guys, even social media is watching TV because we have people there we're watching all the time on social media. If you're scrolling down your timeline every single day, pulling on that lever, keep pulling on that lever, and the things that makes it so interesting because it don't end, if you keep pulling on that lever, guess what? You're now pouring into yourself. The thing about successful people, what they do is that they watch other people who are successful. They read books, they study, and that's what you have to do. Number two, poor people go to college and rich people learn from other successful people. I know some of you critics are out there, you're going to say all kinds of stuff because of this message, but rich people go learn from other successful people.
Every strong community that's ever existed started with sharing. We share experiences. We share wisdom. We share.
They don't go to college because college is teaching you the fundamentals. You're not going to learn the real hard truth about life in college. I know so many people who go to Harvard that ask me for advice. They ask me for advice because they never experienced the real world. You have to learn from other successful people. That's how you're going to get the success that you want. In the turn of the century, what people used to call back in the day was apprentices. You had to get an apprenticeship to be able to learn the skills that you want to learn. And that's what other successful people do. They get an apprentice. And that's what you have to do with yourself if you want to change your situation. College is not going to teach you that much. It's going to teach you the fundamentals, but it's not going to teach you how to really achieve success in your life. You see, it's all about who you listen to. Success is all about who you listen to. If you listen to somebody if your goal is to make $1 million a year, and you're listening to somebody who made $30,000 a year, that's how far they got, and that's how far they can teach you how to on social media. If you're scrolling down your timeline every single day, number one, poor people watch TV, rich people read books. You see, guys, even social media is watching TV because we have people there we're watching all the time on social media. If you're scrolling down your timeline every single day, pulling on that lever, keep pulling on that lever, and the things that makes it so interesting because it don't end, if you keep pulling on that lever, guess what? You're now pouring into yourself. The thing about successful people, what they do is that they watch other people who are successful. They read books, they study, and that's what you have to do. Number two, poor people go to college and rich people learn from other successful people. I know some of you critics are out there, you're going to say all kinds of stuff because of this message, but rich people go learn from other successful people. They don't go to college because college is teaching you the fundamentals. You're not going to learn the real hard truth about life in college. I know so many people who go to Harvard that ask me for advice. They ask me for advice because they never experienced the real world. You have to learn from other successful people. That's how you're going to get the success that you want. In the turn of the century, what people used to call back in the day was apprentices. You had to get an apprenticeship to be able to learn the skills that you want to learn. And that's what other successful people do. They get an apprentice. And that's what you have to do with yourself if you want to change your situation. College is not going to teach you that much. It's going to teach you the fundamentals, but it's not going to teach you how to really achieve success in your life. You see, it's all about who you listen to. Success is all about who you listen to. If you listen to somebody if your goal is to make $1 million a year, and you're listening to somebody who made $30,000 a year, that's how far they got, and that's how far they can teach you how to get. You have to get around somebody who have achieved what you got. It all comes down to who you listen to. Number three, poor people get paid on time, rich people get paid on results. You see, if you're spending your time and you're getting paid $15 an hour, $20 an hour, $30 an hour, even $100 an hour, you're getting paid based on your time, which means that if it oversees your time, you're not going to get paid nothing. Rich people get paid on results. What can we bring to the table? How much value can we add to the marketplace? How much people can we get aware to know that we exist? That's what people get paid on. They get paid based on results. Number 5, rich people focus on investing. Poor people focus on saving. If you're saving every single dollar that comes to your account, guess what? You can't grow because now you're not learning nothing new. Rich people focus on investing that money to be able to make them more money, to be able to save more money as well. Okay? So you have to focus on investing your money by learning new information, investing in yourself. Investing in yourself is the best investment you'll ever make. Learning from somebody who have already achieved the success that you want by buying their programs, reading their books, any of that, listen to their podcast is the best investment you'll ever make for yourself. Number 6, poor people focus on.
I want to show you something that is really, really stupid on my phone, and it reminds me, I'll show you in just a second, but it reminds me of
passive income. Rich people focus on financial confidence. You see, I hear this all the time. Poor people are always focused on, hey, Boniface, how do I make some passive income? Oh, I want to start this business so I can make some passive income. That's the wrong way to think. That's the wrong way to think. You have to focus on developing yourself so you can be financially confident in yourself that no matter what, you'll always be able to make the money that you want. That's what rich people do. We don't focus on, oh, I want to make this passive income. Passive income comes from you being confident in your skill set. Number 7, poor people are willing to learn but not change. But rich people, they're willing to learn and change. You see, guys, if your willingness to learn is a 10, but your willingness to accept change is 0, 10 times 0 is 0. You're never going to become the success that you want. You're never going to achieve any of that. You're going to stay broke your whole life. You have to be willing to learn and change. And when people say change, they're like, ooh, Boniface, change? I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that. And that's what holds people back. They're willing to learn, but when it comes to change their situation, change their belief, to believe in something else, they're like, whoa, I don't want to do that. And that's what holds unsuccessful people back. You have to be willing to learn and change, because if you're willing to change, you will adapt to whatever environment you're put into. Number 8, poor people are on social media every single day. Rich people are selling products and services every single day. Make that really strong in your head. Poor people are on social media every single day, but rich people are selling products and services every single day. What are you selling? How are you changing your situation? Because rich people, all we focus on is, if I'm on this platform, it's because this platform is going to yield me an investment. And that's what you have to start focusing on. If you're just on this social media every single day, rolling on that lever, keep scrolling down on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and you're not selling anything every single day, how are you going to change your life? Everyone is selling everything. You go down the road, somebody is selling you something. You have to start selling something so you can be able to change your situation. Number 9, rich people have an action mentality. Poor people have a lottery mentality. You see, poor people, their only way they think they would become successful in life is by winning the lottery. And that's crazy. That's crazy. There's over 2 billion people on social media. More. 7 billion people in the world. You can sell products and services any single day and become the success that you want. But poor people, what they focus on is that, wait, I'm going to buy this lottery ticket and hopefully I will get that success. Hopefully I will be able to make $50,000 off of this lottery ticket. Hopefully I'll make $100,000 off of this lottery ticket. And that's the wrong way to think. You have to have an action mentality. If it's up to me, it's about to be. If I have to get it done, it's going to get done. And that's how you have to be. If you're not like that, you're going to stay in the situation you're in. Number 10. Poor people use credit card on useless stuff like buying TV. But rich people, we use credit cards to invest in ourselves and our businesses. You see so many people out there. As soon as they get approved for a credit card, the first thing they do, they go buy the latest TV. They buy the latest iPhone. They buy all these junk that's not going to be able to contribute to their success. But rich people, as soon as we get approved for a credit card, we say, wait, what business idea can I get into? Who is this genius that's in this field that I want to learn from? And that's how you have to start thinking, because at the end of the day, guys, if somebody's borrowing you money, because they have the confidence that you can pay them back that money. You have to be willing to invest that money in something that can yield you more money, not TV, not all this stuff, because it's going to be it's a waste of time. Invest your money in learning more, improving yourself, and that's how you're going to get the success that you want. Number 11, poor people have lack of information and rich people don't. You see, what I like to tell people is that there's no difference between a poor neighborhood and a rich neighborhood. The only difference between those neighborhoods is information. If you want the information, all you have to do, just like what I did, I got around other successful people that was already successful. You see, guys, success breeds success, and success rubs off. Whoever you're around are the people you're going to be like. So if you're in a situation that you don't like, now guess what? You can clearly define what you do want. Now you can go in a situation you do want. If you want to get around other successful people, go in that environment. Go in that environment. Go around them, because their success is going to rub off of you. You're going to ask questions that you're going to get some information that's going to change your situation. But if you don't, you're going to be in the same situation you're in forever. Success breeds success, and success rubs off. Number 12, poor people blame people and rich people don't. You see, guys, poor people are always blaming someone. Oh, it's the government. Oh, it's the economy. Oh, it's taxes. Oh, my family, my dad left me. Oh, my mom don't care about me. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter. It's about you. Your situation. Look at your situation and say, if it's up to me, it's about to be. I'm going to change my situation. I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to live the life I actually want to live. Because that's what rich people do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way 52. That's how many books the average CEO reads. 50.
We don't blame nobody for our life. We don't care. It's all up to me, because at the end of the day, those people are not going to pay your bills, right? They're not. So you have to focus on yourself and forget all those people in your past. Your future is up to you. It's not the people in your past. The people in your past are your past. Now you have to hold yourself accountable for your future. Number 13. Poor people hang around friends who don't have what they want, and rich people hang around friends who can add value to them. You see, guys, you're the average of your 5 friends you hang around. I know you heard that saying before. The 5 people you're around are the people you're just alike. If you want to change your situation, go around other people who are not like that. Because at the end of the day, you're going to grow. Whoever you're friends with, look around. Look right now. Look at your situation. Think about the 5 closest person you're close to. Is it your mom? Is it your friend from high school? Is it your dad? Look at that. Look at the situation. Now just think about what they have and look at what you have. They have exactly what you have, or if you keep listening to them, you're going to have exactly what they have. So if you don't want to have what they have, you need to get some new friends. And it's true. You literally need to get some new friends, because at the end of the day, if you want this magnificent physique, the success that you want, you're going to have to get new friends. Number 14. Poor people have a lack of commitment and rich people don't. You see, this is something about successful people. Successful people always think long term. We have this long term thinking that everything we do today is going to affect our future. So if we take time out of what we're doing and do something else, it's going to affect us. So what you want to do is stay committed to what you're doing, because at the end of the day, everything you're doing now is going to affect you in the long run. So you have to stay committed. Unsuccessful people, they try something for 1 day, 2 weeks, 1 day, 3 days, and they stop. That's why they don't achieve the success that they want, because they quit. They quit. And you can't do that to yourself if you really want to achieve that success. You have to have intensity of focus. Focus obsessively and keep working, and you will get the success that you want. 15. Poor people don't take action and rich people do. You see, all unsuccessful people, when you teach them something, you show them something.
Life is filled with trying times, but so often it all comes down to what you make of it. And you have been making so much.
Their mindset is so messed up, they don't even focus. Focus obsessively and keep working, and you will get the success that you want. 15. Poor people don't take action and rich people do. You see, all unsuccessful people, when you teach them something, you show them something, their mindset is so messed up, they don't even take action. or something, or they make some excuse and they don't even take action. You see, that's what holds people back. You have to be willing to take action. Take action. What is holding you from focusing on one thing? What's holding you back? Take action and focus, because if you focus, you will get the success that you want. But if you don't focus, you will stay in the same situation you're in forever. You don't want to do that to yourself. Take action.
Good afternoon, everyone. You are welcome to this meeting. For those of us that came well early enough, I told us, you're welcome. I told us that every time we come on this program, please come early, like 20 minutes before 2, so that you can listen to some other people apart from me, and so that you can also look at people that I'm looking at, those that have also achieved what I want to achieve. And once again, you are welcome. Those of us that were here last week, I believe that you got value for your time, because that's the essence of coming on this program every Saturday. That's the essence. And I want to also tell us today I will be releasing the link for the mentorship program. I mean, practical mentorship. What we'll be doing here is theoretic mentorship here. Now, if you make up your mind as you continue to go along with this program, if you make up your mind that you want to join the full mentorship, I mean practical mentorship, then you need to connect to these 2 platforms. Like I said, when you get into this platform, you can be guaranteed that your life is going to change. You are going to definitely leave the region of poverty and insufficiency, lack of having sufficient money, sufficient wealth. You are going to definitely leave that group and move on to the group of the wealthy. And I want to guarantee you, I just give everyone that will be committed to this course and this program, I just give you 2 years, max 2 years, for you to get into that real category of the wealthy. And when we talk about the wealthy, I'm not talking about millionaires. I'm talking about real wealth, I mean a boom. So I'm dropping the link. Please don't be in a hurry to join the group. The moment you join, it's an agreement you have signed. When you join, you click on that link and you join that group, an agreement that you have signed with Destiny for me to lead you into wealth. And we apply the word of Jesus' mother that says, whatever I tell you to do, do, because you must do whatever I tell you to do. And I can assure you, you are guaranteed to get into that realm that is called wealth in the next 2 years. Some are going to achieve it, like I said, some will achieve it in 6 months, some will achieve it in 1 year, some will achieve it in 18 months, but the maximum 2 years, you will get into that category of those that you have always admired as being wealthy. I mean, wealth is going to be redefined. Don't forget the things that we said last week. If you still have your notes, I'm just going to review with you. We said that mentoring is what you need. Many of us don't have fathers who spoke to us, who had the opportunity of sitting with us. We never got someone to talk to us about marriage, but we are married. or some of us are not yet married. We never got someone to talk to us about money, and now we are looking for money. We never got someone to talk to us about education. We chose just any course that came our way. We never got someone to talk to us about our mindset, and yet our mindset is just thinking weird and out of this world. We never got someone to talk to us about the real thing that makes a man to be wealthy. And so we keep chasing after money. But the opportunity you have now, you didn't have the opportunity to choose who your father was or is. You never had the opportunity to choose who your mother is. You never had the opportunity to choose who your siblings are. But now you have an opportunity to redefine your future by choosing a mentor. And we said, why do I need a mentor? You always need a mentor in that area of life where you want to grow. And I'm sure that wealth is one area that it is common for everyone to want to grow. And that's why you can see we are very few on this call today, because many people already think they are on the journey, but they are moving against the journey to wealth. Many people think they are trying, they are struggling. But you see, you can keep struggling until you have the knowledge that you need to make wealth, until you even know the proper definition of wealth. You have not started the journey. That's why you see people who walk from age 30 to age 70, and yet they end up being poor. You need a mentor. The fastest way, don't forget, I'm taking a review in the next 5 minutes. The fastest way to become successful in life is hanging out with people who are already the way you want to be. Hanging out with people who have already achieved what you are looking for in life. People who live the kind of life you want to live. That's the major reason. And the reason why many of us do not get to the point where we want to be is because we have a closed mind. The beginning of your journey to wealth is knowledge, not money. And that we explained lightly on Saturday last week. The poor man does not need money. What he needs is knowledge. We are where we are because of the knowledge that we have. You are where you are today because of the knowledge that you have. If you had some knowledge some 5 years ago, you would have been different. If you had some knowledge even while you were choosing the course of study, many of us would have been better not going to the university. I'm telling you, many of us would have been better, would have been wealthy if we never went to school. So it's like we had in the video that I played for you. It's not even about going to school. There is something that is bigger. Wealth is bigger than going to school. It's not, the college only helps you to build the foundation to easily absorb a lot of things in life. That is why my university degree was in computer science, but I've dived into several aspects of life. I've been into banking, and I was a successful banker, a major facilitator in the banking training school of my bank. I have been a financial analyst. I've been a certified emotional intelligence expert. I am a pastor and a preacher of the word by the grace of God. I also am successfully married, so I have a prospering family, and the vast area of life. I'm knowledgeable in risk management. I'm knowledgeable in investment practices and assessment, and so. But I only went to school to learn computer science. That's what education does. That's what college does for you. Helps you to have a foundation. Like I always tell people, when you look back and you ask yourself, why did they waste my time every academic session in the university, in the polytechnic? Why do they waste my time teaching me GNS? So GNS English, we do GNS sometimes. One of the courses I did in GNS in my year one was called historiography. Another course I did under GNS was international relations. Another course I did in GNS was entrepreneurial management. You know, these were courses I undertook, which were far at variance with computer science, which was what I registered in school for. So college is to help you build a foundation to receive anything in life, to receive knowledge from every sphere of life. And that's why I pity people who are condemned to say, no, I'm an engineer. By the grace of God today, I have the opportunity of managing a construction company that's been involved in building projects. I'm talking about fast building projects. have the opportunity of managing such companies. So it is not about your going to school. Is not what we give you. It doesn't even position you on the journey to wealth. It only gives the foundation for you to receive any kind of knowledge that you need to receive in the journey to become anything that you want to be. One of the reasons also that we are afraid in life is because we are always in a hurry. Most of us, we are always in a hurry. You want to even tomorrow, you want to start a business today and break even tomorrow. The moment you have challenges in your business, you want to put a stop to it and open another one. Let me tell you, nobody ever made wealth overnight. Wealth is built over the time. And when your riches had not become very consistent and progressive, and you are not yet in wealth, you heard me very well. You might be rich, you might have money. If it had not been on a smooth and growing proportion, then you have not started a journey to wealth. That is why you must understand, yes, monies are not made overnight. Nobody makes wealth overnight. That is why I said last week that the first thing a poor man needs is not money. Many of us look up to people, our friends, our family, that they are not supporting our lives. But when you have the opportunity of coming on a program like this is the greatest support in life any man needs. It's not money. I can give you 100,000 and you squander it. A very rich man in US dollars was asked one of the reasons why it was asked questions about poverty. And he said something. He said, if all the rich men in America, their wealth was to be taken away from them, maybe like all the top 100 rich men in America, their wealth taken from them and given to the 100 poorest Americans. He said, in a matter of 1 month, the monies will return to the original place. Do you believe what he said? And then he began to enumerate it. If you take the wealth of the 100 richest Americans or 100 richest Nigerians, and you give the wealth to the 100 poorest Americans or Nigerians, in a matter of 30 days, the money returns back to the original owners. That is where money knows where it belongs. Money knows where it belongs. Money does not belong to the hand of the poor. Money does not stay in the hand of the poor. So if a man is poor, until something changes, if you continue to give him money, now you can check yourself out and see how many people you have helped through life. You can see how many people you have given money at different points in your life. And then you can ask yourself this question: have they broken even? Have they broken even in life? I've given all manners of money and opportunities to people worth millions of naira, and they are still poor. Why? Because money knows whose hands it belongs. Money knows whose hands. And wherever you place money, we always find those that it belongs to. Do you believe that? Place money anywhere. Go and place money anywhere. It will find its way to the hands of those that it belongs. And so that's why it's important that for you to become wealthy, it is not money. It is not money you need, it is knowledge. And like I said, that is the reason that this kind of a program, less than 20 people are still online right now. Why? Because this is the reason why people are poor. This is the reason why people are poor. Money is not a proof of wealth. Money is not wealth in itself. We said this last week, money is not wealth in itself. And we said, let me just round up on this, that in the next 5 years, and I'm going to continue to mention this every time we meet. In the next 5 years, wealth is going to be totally redefined. In the next 5 years, wealth is going to be totally redefined. There's going to be two categories of the wealthy. One is the old class of the wealthy and the new class of the wealthy. And I said that the wealthiest of them will be those that combine the two. However, it's going to be very difficult for you to find people that combines the two. Now, number one, the wealth in the next 5-10 years, we are going to have two classes of the wealthy: the traditionally wealthy and the digitally wealthy. The traditionally wealthy are going to be those that become the likes of the people that have built wealth around the traditional means, such as opening up of industries, like contractors, like people that have oil rigs and oil wells. Those are going to be the traditionally wealthy people. They are still going to have their wealth, but their wealth is going to be consumed by a new class of the wealthy who are called the digitally wealthy. And we are going to be giving us awareness of the digital wealth, the new life of wealth. I said also last week that there are 4 ways to become wealthy. There are 4 ways to become wealthy. I'm doing this review because of those that I noticed, 1, 2, 3 people that were not here last week, Saturday. There are 4 ways to become wealthy. Number 1, you are born into wealth. Your father had money. Your father had money. Your mother was wealthy. That is the number 1 way of becoming of being wealthy. Number 2 is you are married to the family of the wealthy. If you are married to a wife, or your wife or your husband is from a family of the wealthy, the traditionally wealthy, then you are wealthy. Number 3 is you have the privilege of meeting some wealthy people in life, and they breathe wealth on you. Maybe you go to school with and you school with the son of a wealthy, and along the line you became friends, and so somehow it drops off on you. Number 5 is to get knowledge. When you get the knowledge, as times and season changes, you are able to adapt to the new things that makes people wealthy, and before you know it, boom, you have become wealthy. So ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this call. Don't forget, you need a mentor. And the reason you need a mentor, you need someone who has seen it in life. You need someone who has experience of what it means to become wealthy. Just about now, I'll be sharing my screen with you as we begin this journey to wealth creation. Please don't look at who is talking to you. I might be your brother, I might be your friend, I might be your colleague, but just know that if you are here, you are on a journey, and you are not going to end until we arrive where we are going. Let me share my screen with you as we begin this journey. Now, the program that you are on is Financial Mentoring with Pastor Yemi, Journey to Wealth Creation. This program holds every Saturday, 2 p.m. And I run 2 different platforms side by side. This is a totally non-product related platform. All I've come to do in this program is to create a community of those that believe that they can be wealthy and that are ready to start the journey to becoming wealthy. And I said that if you are in this community, you have no choice than to enter into wealth within the next 24 months. And like I said, some will make it in 6 months, some will make it in 9 months, some will make it in 12 months, some will make it in 15 months, some will make it in 18 months, some will make it in 24 months. It depends on the level where you are now. Some of us are at a very, very bad level, both on knowledge, on capital, on investment. We are at 0. So for those, it might take a little, but let me tell you also, it still doesn't matter. Some of the things that God had helped me to achieve in life happened within a very short time. Why? Because I have an open mind to learning. So we've said, why do we need a mentor? This was what we covered last week. The fastest way to change yourself is to hang out with people already where you want to be. Why Financial Mentoring with Pastor Yemi? It is not product specific. It is not religious nor ethnic. It is free but costly. What do I need for this program? Get a jotter, just a reserved jotter just for this program. Don't join in with your sermon notes. Don't join in with your school notes. Don't join in with anything. Just a reserved jotter for this. Ensure your devices are always charged for Saturday and Sunday. Make sure that your devices are charged. Don't give excuse of I didn't have light. Find your charging point between Saturday night and Friday night and Saturday morning. Make sure you're charged. Make sure you have data. And I also have said to people, and I'm going to make it as a free, open thing here. If data becomes your problem to joining this program, please just do chat me up or chat with whoever invited you up. I will make sure that you have data on your phone. That's a promise I make for you for even being on this program. If data becomes your problem to join this program, please reach out to the person that invited you and you will have data immediately. And let me tell you, I was on a training program on Thursday now, and we had a training session with one of the powerful mentor of money, and we call him Money Magnet. And then he now, after the training, he invited us for another training, which was supposed to cost $9,000. But along the line, he reduced the price for those that were on that training that day. He reduced the price for us that we could pay $2,000. And somebody did a chat in the training and said, "I don't have the $2,000. What can I do?" The man said, "That is the reason you need this training. It's because you don't have money that you need this training. You know, because sometimes we are not ready to pay to get what we want." The rich people, one of the things that make them wealthy is because they are ready to pay their way through anything. They go to Harvard, they do things. It's not because of what they are going to. The attitude is anything I need to break even, to be wealthy in life, they are ready to sacrifice it. So be ready to do it. Avoid distraction and open your mind. Open your mind. When you come for this meeting, open your mind. Being rich is not the same as being wealthy. That's where we're going to start today. Being rich is not the same as being wealthy. You can become rich. Your job can make you rich. You can become rich through corrupt means. You can even become rich by borrowing. I've seen someone that was rich borrowing. So you can have, being rich is having money in your pocket. It is not being wealthy. Your job can put some money in your pocket. Yes, fine. But it's not a lasting money. You can borrow money to become rich. It is still not a lasting money. You can be corrupt. You can steal money. The same way it came is the same way it will go. And that is more and more and more different ways by which you can become rich. But you can only be wealthy via a wealth creation process as this. You can only be wealthy through one means, understanding the wealth creation processes. And that is why I postulated here, people that are wealthy create it. People that are wealthy create it. If you want to become wealthy, you must create it. Monies are meant to be created. Even in banking and economics, we are told how monies can be created. If you want to be wealthy, create it. Create it. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't need money to create money. It needs you to create money. Now, what result are you likely to get at the end of this session, which is going to last us a minimum of 24 months? What results are you likely to get? The result you will get is going to be, write this in your notes, the result you will get will be your willingness to learn times willingness to act or change. Your willingness to learn multiplied by your willingness to change. So I want you to write in your notes and put it in the chat box also. Let's make it a commitment that my results, and I want you to grade your willingness to learn from 1 to 10 and willingness to act or change from 1 to 10, 1 being the least, 10 being the highest. So I want to achieve 100%. So you will say result index 100%, because I equals to my willingness to learn will be 10 over 10, and my willingness to act or change will be 10 over 10, so which will give me 100. I want you to type that, write it down, because we are going to be checking ourselves. If you want a result of 80%, for example, you can have your learning. You are here every Saturday. Your willingness to learn is 10 over 10. But what I'm listening to, I don't think I want to take it. So I will do 8 over 10 for change, and then you get 80%. For some of us, I'm ready. I will listen to what this man wants to say every Saturday, so my learning will be 10, but I don't think I will do anything that he asked me to do. My willingness to change or act will be 0. What will be 10 times 0? 10 times 0 will be 0%. So your result will be 0. If you come here every Saturday and you listen and then you do not take any step, your action is 0, you'll be 0. So your result index will be your willingness to learn multiplied by your willingness to change. So write it, and I want to write what result you want to get, because you'll be measured on all of these things as we go. So willingness to learn by multiply. So I want to write your own. Femi, tell me, I want to achieve 60% because I will learn 6%. I will not always be here, but I will do everything I hear. So my learning will be 6%, but my action will be 100% of whatever I learn. So that's 60%. I'll be ready to get 100% because I'll be willing to learn 10 over 10, and everything I hear, I will do 10 over 10. So 10 times 10 will be 100% result. Nobody is typing that. Are we afraid to make commitment? If you are not afraid to make commitment, measure your result, the result you intend to achieve from this program, measure it and put it there as a commitment. I will have this documented. I want to learn 100% and I'll be willing to change. No. That's not it. 10 over 10. Your willingness to learn is rated 1 to 10. Your willingness to change is rated 1 to 10. 1 being the least, 10 being the highest. So this is what, let me do what I want you to do. My result, 100% results, 100% results derived from 10% learning multiplied by 10 over 10 learning multiplied by 10 over 10 acting or action. This is how I wanted to put it. So put your own. It mustn't be what I'm saying here. It mustn't be. So your willingness to learn more, your result, if you want a 20% result, just be willing to learn 2% and act 10%. Then that will be fine. You get your 20% result. So because this is a basic principle in life that many of us have not learned. You know, the reason people go to churches and mosques and end up being the same way they are is because they do learning 100%, 10 over 10, but their acting is 0. And so there is no way you can get any result. 100% result derived from 10 over 10% of my learning. You have not put your learning, Moses. So what I said, learning multiplied by action. 10 over 10, 10 over 10. So rate yourself on learning, rate yourself on how you want to act, and then you derive your result. So that is it. Nobody is typing again. I want every one of us to type so that teacher Oluni, you need to type. Let me see what you want to achieve here in this journey. Who again is called? Please type what you want your result to be and how you want to achieve it. Watch it. Type what you want. I believe that Watcher is hearing now because he said audio was gone some time ago. Willingness to learn 10 over 10. Willingness to change 8 over 10. Okay, fine. So your result will be 80. Willingness to learn. You want to learn everything you want to learn, but you want to implement only 8% of what you want to learn. So that will be 80%. Fine. It's still okay. All of this thing is a product of our decision. The product of our decision. What you want to get in life is a product of the decision you make. So if you want to make 20% result, just define what you want, how you want to learn, and how you are willing to act. So I just move on because this is a practical session and I want us to be engaged. I want us to be fully engaged. 8 habits of highly productive people. I want us to look at these 8 habits of highly productive people. 8 habits of highly productive people. So you can measure yourself and see how productive am I. 8 habits of highly productive people. Number 1, remove unimportant focus. Anything that is not important, that is not going to add up to the journey that you are, the destination that you intend to arrive, please take it away. We had in the video that we played at the beginning of this program, take many of us, we are too addicted to television. And I don't know how television will end up in wealth. Watching TVs will end up in wealth. So anything that is not important, remove it from your focus. Number 2 is work on the 80-20. 80-20. There is a law that says that 20% of what we do gives us 80% of the results we intend to get. So what that means is 80% of what we do most of the time do not contribute to where we are going. So if you believe that, then work or enhance the things that will make you arrive where you want to be. Focus more on them than just doing everything. For example, if my daily activity revolves around, in the morning I pray, I study some books, and then I go to work, and then from work I come back, I watch TV and all of that. Then you will be able to, you can then look at those activities and sit back and say, tell yourself the basic truth, like which of these things actually will take me to the end point of my journey, which is, for example, to become wealthy. Most times you will be able to identify the 20%, maximum of 20% of the things that you do are the ones that contribute the 80% of the results you want to get. Yes, you must always have those 20%, watch TV minimally, sleep minimally. However, make sure that you are not entangled by the 80% of the things that contribute just 20% to the result that you intend to get. Number 3, take strategic breaks. Take strategic breaks. There are a lot of time that we need to rest. And like I said during the pandemic, I think God just forced all of us to a reset system where every one of us just have to reset our body system. Let me tell us, maybe some of us will have dropped dead on the road, walking on the street. Why? Because we're all engaged in go out 7 a.m., return back 7 p.m., go out 7 a.m., and yet nothing is coming into our pockets. But do you notice, if you are someone that take note of things, you are like me, a son of the Ishaka, who understand time. You will understand that you are likely going to start getting better results after this lockdown. Why? Like I told somebody, and I told us, I think I mentioned it last Saturday. Today, at least every day, there is no day that I will not attend one training. There is no one single day that I will not attend a training. Sometimes I look very busy, engaged with something, but then you see an earpiece on my ear, I'm on a training session. You know, I learn and learn and learn. And that is what I've also harnessed my skill and my knowledge about the wealth creation process. So take strategic breaks. There are times when we need to go back to the drawing board, when we need to sit back and relax, like that boy say, calm down, be calming down. Sometimes we need to be calming down. This wake up early and sleep late that still makes us to eat the bread of sorrow. It has entered into our system that we think that is what works. But I want you to know that it doesn't work. What you need to do is just around, sometimes sitting down, get back to the drawing board, sit back, take a break. And in the period of your break, you discover that what you can achieve in your thinking will be more than what you have achieved in the last 10 years. Number 4, I said, remove distraction that limits your productivity. There are a lot of distraction. One of them is phone. Let me tell you, phone in itself, or the internet in itself, is not a distraction. It is what we focus on. I just told us about having to be trained and attend training once in a month, once in a day. If there is no internet, I won't be able to do that. But if I use the internet wrongfully, then it will become a distraction. Number 5, set a time limit. For everything we want to achieve in life, we must set a time limit. We must put timelines to them. We must put timelines to them. That is why this program, we are saying that we want to build a community of wealthy people, especially wealthy young people, within 24 months. And I said that we are going to achieve it at different rates, because some of us, we achieve that in 6 months, Some will achieve it in 8 months, 9 months, 12 months, 15 months, 18 months, 24 months. We have a target, we have a plan, and we have set a target. We set a time to what needs to be done. Create your flow, create your own environment, create an atmosphere that inspires you. Don't get into something because somebody wants you to get into it. Do what inspires you. Create an environment of inspiration. Many of us are just led by the way we are pushed around. You need to inspire yourself. You need to inspire yourself. Set time pockets. Make the best of every minute. Number 7, make the best of every minute. Every minute is key. Make a best of every minute. Number 8 is automate whatever you can. Automate whatever you can. You know, there is a shortcut to everything in life. Only the people that understand the shortcuts get there earliest. There's a shortcut to everything in life. Only those that understand the shortcuts get there on time. So I remember when I was in one of my previous employment, my colleagues calls me Kanoko. I know if you are from the Southwest, you know the meaning of Kanoko. Kanoko is a charm that makes you arrive at your destination faster than the rest. You know, because everyone does the same thing. All of us are the same. We are doing the same thing in the same department. How can I distinguish myself? Is by learning those things that makes me achieve things faster. So even in those years before the Microsoft Office came, you know, when we're using Unix, I look for every shortcut to every command. So I get a shortcut to every command. So when people are saying click 7 things, I look for how I can click only 2 things while others are clicking 7 things, and I get the same result. So get into it. Automate, use technology where you can. Like today, instead of having say meet us in Duse, in Dugbe, in Maitama, so we have to fly from all around the world. I can see some people from Kwara State, I can see some people from Lagos here, and so we have to congregate. But today we are using the power of automation to be able to achieve this without us having to move around the country. So wherever you can, automate. This is Henry Ford, and let's just move on. We need to read books now. The perfectly engineered change agent. This is the methodology that we are adopting in this mentoring scheme. This is the methodology we are adopting, and there are 4 stages. Discover a proven process. That means we are going to open your eyes to see what works. And what is that quote? Until you show somebody what works. Until you show them, give them a mentality of it is working. Don't show them what works. Did you get that? What did we say? First, let somebody understand that it is working before you show them what works. If you reverse the process to show what works without giving them a mindset of it is going to work, what works will fail in their hands. Do you understand? I want to get me that quote. My team here, get me that quote. Show them that it is working. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Teach them the mentality of it is working before you show them what works. And that is what we are going to be doing here. Show them, teach them. We're going to be teaching you a mentality that it is working, that it will work. Then we will now show you what works. That's why on this platform, I'm not going to be talking to you about buy shares. I'm not going to talk to you about invest in Forex. I'm not going to talk to you about create an online platform. What I'm here to do is to teach you the mentality of it is working. That's why I've told you, if you will enter into the practical mentorship program, you are sure that in 2 years, 24 months, we are going to enter into wealth. So it works. It's working. You must understand that it can work, it works, and it's working. It can work, it works, and it is working. When you see it, then any opportunity that is presented to you, it will work for you. It will work for you. So you have to understand, and you have to think. Your mindset must change to a mindset of it's going to work. This is going to work. This is going to work. this is going to work. If it worked for him, it will work for me. So why not get that mentality? Then you will be, so we're going to be showing you platforms, proven processes that works. Proven, we're not going to be using predictions. We're going to be showing you what works. Then the next thing is to show you the new paradigm. The new paradigm, like I've told you, in the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be a shift in the paradigm. There's going to be a shift in paradigm. There's going to be a shift of attention. There's going to be a shift of in making wealth. And only the people that shift with the paradigm into the new paradigm will experience the wealth. So we have to be re-engineer the way that we think and reprogram our mind. That is what we'll be doing. Reprogram your mind so that it's so profound and you are seeing for the first time what works. Then the third part of our agenda will be to create a winning community. That's what we are trying to do, create a winning community. We are going to build a winning community where if someone enters into the community within 2 months, his life must change. And we are not going to be giving money. We are not going to be giving out money. We are going to be reorienting. We take them through the proven process, the new paradigm, and then bring them into a winning community. And that's why I encourage us over and over. Don't join that group that are posted. Don't join that WhatsApp group. Don't join that Telegram group until you are sure that you can see where we are going and you want to be part of that winning community. It is hard to change your life when you are surrounded by people you have always been with. It is hard to change your life. Look at people we have from the last video that we watched. Look at the people that you have been with in the last 5 years. And nothing has changed. You need to change your community. You need to belong. You need to find a group that works. You need to find a people where within them things work. You cannot keep the people that you are surrounded with without result. You can't continue to keep them and expect a better result. So that's why everyone that will be in this winning community will be shown the pathway, you understand, to achieving their dreams. And the one dream that you must surely achieve is to enter into wealth. Then the final stage will be the third channel in our engineer change agent is the mentorship. To enter into mentorship, every one of us needs help. You'll be registered into a mentorship if you choose to. We are 24/7 by 365. You have access to expert advices. You are instructed on what to do part time. So this is a perfect and change agent process that we have created to make what we have in focus to happen. You need a paradigm shift, and I'll be taking you to about a 7-stage paradigm shift that you need in your life. So we are entering into the paradigm shift. Don't forget, here we said we are going to show you a proven process, then the paradigm shift. So we are beginning from the winning community. We are already building a winning community, which you are part of on the interim. But on the long run, you need to practically sign a document that I want to be part of this community by joining that Telegram group. By the time you join that Telegram and WhatsApp group, by the time we are meeting, the first time we are having our physical, practical mentorship program, you'll be there to sign a physical document saying that I want to be part of this community. Now, the next thing we said is the paradigm shift, and that's what we'll be looking at today. There must be a paradigm shift if you want to change your position. You need a paradigm shift. And paradigm shift one is, number one, where your brain must be rewired for success. That is what we'll be doing. Rewiring your brain for success. Make you think differently and see the world in a totally new way. Think different, see the world in a totally new way. Do you know, I told this story over and over. 1999, I will not forget. When a new regime came into Nigeria, I don't want to mention them now because it's on the worldwide platform. You know the regime that came in 1999. And there was a promise that in 9 months there was going to be light. I remember then, I just relocated my family to Lagos in Nigeria. And so the power was so bad. And my wife kept complaining and telling me that we needed to get a generating set. And I always tell her, say, let's be patient for 9 months. What's the point buying a generating set now when in 9 months there's going to be light? What a big mistake I made. After the 9 months, we got another promise of 18 months. I still continue to encourage my wife, let's wait for it. 18 months is just around the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, till date, is there been stable light? The answer is no. So you need a paradigm shift of your thinking. You need to rewire your brain to stop waiting on government. Government will not do things much for you. Let me just put it in a very mild way. Government will not do much for you. We have waited on government for year in, year out, and you are 30, you are 40, you are 45, you are 50, and you are still waiting on government. No, you wait for long. So you need to rewire your brain to first know that you are the government of your government. Do you get what I said? You are the government in your government. So you are the one to make things work. As a matter of fact, does it not surprise you when you see individuals making donations to the government during the pandemic? Does it not surprise you? Why were you not one of them that were making donations? You are waiting for a government that is being donated to come and help your life. You are going to wait a long, long time. You will wait, your children will meet your waiting, their children will meet the waiting, if nothing changes. So your brain must be rewired to know that you are the government. As a matter of fact, you are the one to help the government. The likes of the people that made donations 1 billion each to government, are they better than you? Weren't they born by one parent? Were most of them born by rich parents? The answer is no. So if you are waiting for a government that some people are helping, some people like you that didn't have 2 heads, that didn't have 3 heads, people are helping government. You are waiting for the same government. Your brain must be rewired. Your brain must be rewired to know that in the next 2 years, I want to be part of people donating money to government. I want to be the government in my neighborhood, building roads for my neighbors. I want to be the government in my neighborhood, providing solar power to the entire estate or my neighborhood. I want to be the government in charge. So, but for you to achieve that, you must completely rewire your brain. You must know that it's possible, it works, it can work. See the world in a whole new way, and you will see that you have begun the journey to the shift. Okay, thank you. Somebody says in transit is just concluded an exam. It's okay. Thank you, because you even have your mind on it. We'll see you tomorrow. Now, paradigm shift 2. Your paradigm shift 2, what must shift again is face your dark side and escape negativity behavior patterns that limit your success. Face it once and for all. Let me tell us, all of us have one negative behavioral pattern that is limiting our success. For some of us, it is consumption that is limiting our successes. Consumption. We want to take whatever we can afford. But let me tell you, no one has become wealthy eating what you can afford. Because you can afford all the value of your income. So if what you can afford is the value of your income, then, and you spend all your income, then you are in a big shit. So escape Avoid those behavioral patterns that limit your success. Avoid those things. Some of us, it is arrogance. What am I going to learn that I've not known? Then you miss a lifetime opportunity of hearing something that will change your life. Let's move on. Number 3, paradigm shift. Have a be and do anything that you want in your life. Understand that you can be what you want to be. You can do and achieve anything you want to achieve in your life. You must have that mindset. You must have a mindset of, I can be whatever I want to be. I can do whatever I want to do in my life. I can achieve whatever I want to achieve. Realize that you have a personal journey. You know what a journey is? An inner being that grants you your wishes. There's something in you that grants you your wishes. So if you wish evil, you get evil. If you wish well for yourself, you get well. If you wish or you say something, if things are not working, it will not work because there is a journey in you that grants you your wishes. So change what you wish or what you think. Change it. Until you do that, you will keep getting what you think or what you wish. Number 4, paradigm shift. Architect your life and then bring it back into daily actions. Like we have said, 24 months entering into wealth, we put it into a weekly action of having this program every Saturday and Sunday. Then every day you are also in a mentorship, practical mentorship, learning and obeying instructions of what to do. Then you are sure. So draw an architectural design of what you want to be in 2 years. Then pull it back into a daily action. Many of us, we can make up our mind that after 2 years, I want to work maximum 2 years more. That I will work for people that will be employed, I'll say maximum of 24 months. And in that 24 months, I'm going to do this every day, do this every week, do this every month. Then at the end of 24 months, I will have arrived at that point where I can choose to be on my own. That is the paradigm shift 4. The paradigm shift 5. We're already moving near the end. Paradigm shift 5. Understand the secret to wealth. Understand that your wish is your command. So you can have, you can be, you can do anything you want to do. The secret, the beginning of the secret to wealth is that your wish, what you think, as a man thinketh, so is he. As a man thinketh, so is he. So, secret to wealth, your wish is your command. If you think that things are not working, it will not work. If you think that this is how it's going to continue to be, it's going to be that. So, let your wish, since your wish is your command, make sure you wish well. Be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. Be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. I told you this story as we begin to move towards the end of today's program. That some years ago, I lost my job in a bank. And because it was a withdrawal of the license by CBN and by Nigerian government, many people didn't hear on the network news the previous day they went to work. And one of my colleagues who got there to know that the bank license had been withdrawn, immediately he saw the military men and the police, he just said, I don't think I can survive this. Less than 6 months after, this man died. I didn't hear this story, I didn't know of this. It was when he died. And we were all feeling very bad because he was a young, active man. And somebody says, I know he was going to die. Ah, are you a soothsayer? What did God show you? He said, no, that day we were together in the branch when we came in the morning to discover that police, Mopol have taken over. And so, and he said, I don't think I can make it. And he really didn't make it. 6 months after then, about 6 months, he died. Why? Because your wish is your command. Your wish is your command. Even the Bible says it. Your wish is your command. As soon as they hear me, they will obey me. So what are you saying? Because they will obey you. Nature will obey what you wish for yourself. Paradigm shift 6. Overcome fear, anxiety, and self-doubts. There are many of us, we have given up that we can ever become anything. At this age, I just pray for my children that it will be fine with them. But for me, I think life has how many at 50, at 55, at 60. Overcome fear and anxiety and self-doubts that you are too old to break even, to make it in life. Overcome that fear. Overcome the fear that this is how it's going to continue to be. Overcome the fear that your children are going to inherit this same state in your hand or in your that you have right now in your hands. Overcome that fear. Get into a state of boldness and move forward. And as you follow these things, you'll be shocked that in 24 months you have gone farther than you ever thought you will get to in life. Paradigm shifts 7, which I think is the last one. Master your mindset. Now, because we are going to the end of this program, master your mindset. Master how you think. Master how you feel. Most people don't master their mindset in their lifetime. You must be able to predict yourself. You must understand those things that triggers those negativity in your mind. You must master your mindset. And everything starts from the mind. Everything does what? Starts from the mind. The way you think. As a man thinks, so is he. So master your mindset and make a determination to change your mindset into positivity. A mindset of negativity will always end a man on the negative side. A mindset of negativity will always end you on the negative side. So if you always think that things will not balance, it will not balance. You always be on the negative side of life. But a mindset of positivity is what makes a man who had failed in school, in college, to run one of the most prospering multinational companies today. Why? A mindset. Master your mindset. Know at those points that your mindset fails you. And that's why your mentality must change. Let me tell you, your mentality is what makes you to interpret opportunities the way you have always interpreted it. Your mentality. It is mentality that makes you to interpret every opportunity. When you see a beautiful opportunity, you will say, this one will not work. Oh, I've seen that type before. It's mentality. Most people interpret every opportunity based on their last experience. So their last experience has become their mentality. So they think the next one will not work. What is mentality? What is mindset? The ability of your mind to interpret and respond to every situation in a particular way is called mentality or mindset. The ability of your mind to interpret and respond to every situation in a particular way. And somebody gave an example. You are coming from outside. You are coming, you came down from a car and you are coming. And then somebody threw a hard object and it hits you on the face. And so, it was painful and hurt your eyes, but left maybe some sand on your forehead, which you didn't know, or you were able to manage through and move forward. As you are about to enter your house, somebody approached you and saw the sand, grain of sand that was still left on your head, and moves to remove it for you. What will you do naturally? You will dodge your head. That is mentality. That is a mindset. The mindset of your last experience already created, or your last experience already created a mindset in you that makes you see everybody as an enemy. So the moment somebody moves his hand, you think he wants to hurt you again, and so you will draw back. So the mindset is the ability of your mind to interpret and respond to every situation in one single particular way, in one particular way. And that is why mentality, mindset, a man's mindset is the reason why they continue to fail all the time. Failures are almost always failures. Most failures are not a one-time failure. They are, what do you call it now? They are repeated failures. Why? Mindset. So you see somebody who is very knowledgeable and brilliant, but his first exam he failed, and he continued to fail in life. Why? Because that has registered a mindset. Am I sure this exam, and what am I sure I will not fail again? So he goes into that examination and he fails again, and he fails again, and he fails again, and he fails again. We used to talk about the president of America that attempted presidency for 10 times. He failed 9 times and he passed 10 times. And I tell myself, when people show that kind of thing, I tell myself, it is not just about courage, it's about something changed about him. He knew, he kept telling himself that, no, I can win, I can win, I can win. And he actually won. So when you have that mindset of always seeing things failing, you will always be failing. Why? Because the mindset is the way you see something from a standpoint, and you see it like that all the time. Mentality is the reason those who fail always fail. Mentality and mindset is the reason for those who always succeed to always succeed. That's why you see somebody in a business that everybody have tried and failed, and he succeeds. Why? He has a mindset. No, I'm going to fail. I'm going to succeed in it. I'm going to succeed in it. And you see that continually they succeed. So it's important that you don't just read stories of, why we play things for you, why we play videos for you of people who have been successful, who also teach people to be successful. Don't just read these stories, create your own. And I want to type it, I will create my own story of my journey to wealth. I will create my own story of my journey to wealth. Within the next 24 months, I will create my own story of my journey to wealth. I will create my own story of my journey to wealth. That is what I want you to do. And to create it, you must first change the way you see things. You must first change the way you see opportunities. You must first change that somebody told, I read the story of how the Bill Gates that started Microsoft, he started with his friend, but his friend had a mentality, a different mentality. So he sold his own portion of the company to Bill Gates and said, I'm not interested again. Those must have been turbulent times. And today, Bill Gates have made a success of Microsoft. And the same person that didn't see it, even if tomorrow they say, come and join, he said, no, this thing will not work. When a man with the wrong mindset sees something working, he sees it as not working. And as I conclude, because this is still on our journey to wealth, I want us to have this mindset. We are going to draw our creed. That creed will only be given to those who sign up for the practical mentorship. When I say sign up for practical mentorship, I've said, it is not a paying system. I'm not going to ask you to pay for it. I know people who collect money for it. We are going to be registered and sign into a practical mentorship. The only thing is that it's very easy but difficult because you are not going to have a say of yourself the moment you join that mentorship program. The practical mentorship will be for people who are sold out to entering into wealth in 24 months. I mean, nothing. They cannot have a no, a say of no. everything must be yes, sir, yes, sir, then you are sure that in 24 months maximum, you are entering into a state of wealth. You are going to enter into a wealthy status. And so you are going to have a mindset of, I can do anything I put my mind to. You must have a mindset of, I push through anything I put my mind to. And like somebody said, money is important, yet I don't want to spend my life working for it. You must stop acting small. You must stop acting small. I was talking to somebody just some days ago, and the person was, I was saying, for example, if you put $10,000 into this, and then every additional day you put $1,000 into this, the person said, no, I don't have more than $100. I said, no. He said, no. I said, write 100. I said, no, I am not used to using small amounts. It's a mindset. I am not using to example, like a joke on the social media some years ago, some months ago I read, it was a wife and a husband saying, what will even happen assuming you die? I cannot die. He said, no, let's just use as an example. For example, if you die, say, I cannot die. Say, do you understand? It's a mindset. It's a mindset. And that's why people that have always had a mindset that they are going to die, they die early. It's a mindset. And so you must get to that point in your life where you build a mindset of positivity and stop acting small. Stop saying you cannot do this much. You cannot do this much. If there is a push for you to achieve $100,000, tell yourself you can achieve it. Or because if your mind needs to first be open for you to see the angles from where you can get it. I went into an investment and I put so much volume than I can earn in the next 10 years into that investment. So, however, when the opportunity came, if I say, where will I get $100,000? I will have lost out. But I just said I'm interested. And from there, ideas on where I can get the investment amount just kept coming. And as I got one, another one opens up, another one opens up, another one opens up, another one opens up, until I was able to accumulate that much volume that I cannot earn in 10 years. Why? Because I opened up my mind. I opened up my mind. I remember many years ago when I first came to Abuja in Nigeria, you know, I had this boy there. He was my boy. He will come to me, you know, he does all of these land runs and all of that. He will come to me and say, Egbon, please, there is a land, 2,000 square meters, just 200,000. I will say, see, I am a civil servant. Where will I get 200,000? He will come for many years. Then one day he came and he said, Egbon, there is one land. It's 3.8 million. I say, I'm interested. As a matter of fact, I was not even in town. I was on a journey. I say, I'm interested. And I didn't even have 10% of that amount. And before you knew it, that I'm interested got me into action. I first placed a call to my wife. I said, see this thing, no? I said, yes, okay, who can we talk to? Then we began and we got suggestion, let's talk to this person. I put a call across to that person. He said, no problem, let your wife come and see me. And before we knew it, the second day we paid for that land. So what changed? The thinking, the thought pattern, the thinking pattern. That I can do, I can get it. It's just a matter of sitting down, relaxing and thinking through how can I get this happen? You know, there's a way nature responds. I don't want to say God because there's a way nature responds to our mindset. And so it's important that our mindset must change. And part of the re-engineering process in this financial mentoring will be to get a new mentality. A new mentality. What is that? 2,000, 200,000, and all of that. I had the opportunity to attend a training some days ago, and for you to attend that training was 100,000. And when I was going, I decided my firstborn, I want him to have the right mentality. All my children, I teach them But I wanted him to hear from another person all the things that I taught him. So I had a mindset that I was going to also pay for him. So I went with my son. Somehow we got to the gate and we got a VIP pass. And we didn't pay the 200,000, 100,000. I got a VIP pass. So it is first about your mindset before every other thing that you are counting for the reasons why you are not where you ought to be. And ladies and gentlemen, as we begin to round up, I'm going to give you a few words to go and meditate upon in the course of the week. And I'm going to also remind you, please, there is a practical mentorship class. There's a practical mentorship. That is the real community that we are talking about. Don't be in a hurry to join the group. I'm going to drop just now in the chat box the WhatsApp group and the Telegram group. You are going to join both if you want to enter into the practical mentoring group. Please, it's a group where everything I say you should do, you must do. That's why I've been saying, don't be in a hurry to do it. The moment you get into it, you sign a document to do everything it has to do. Trust me, I'm not going to ask you to kill. Trust me, I'm not going to ask you to steal, but I'm going to ask you to do some drastic things that will begin to change your life beginning from 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, maximum 24 months. When they are counting the wealthy people, you'll be one of them. So that is what I'm doing right now. I'm dropping that, the two links in the chat box. Please take your time, think through it. The moment you join, it becomes a commitment. It becomes a commitment, and then we'll be having some practical meeting sessions. We'll have some list of what you must provide as you are joining, and then from there we are flying. So I've dropped the links. Please join the two if you want to join. Join both the WhatsApp and the Telegram group. And so that's, but while we are doing that, or while you are still thinking about it, I'm going to close by 2 Saturdays coming. I'm going to close the platform for this group so that we can mentor, so that you can begin to see what we are talking about. So that's what we are going to do. Now, take the following thoughts as we go to them. Most of the reason why poor people are poor is because they are emotional. Most of the reason poor people are poor, they are emotional. So you see people who at every instance, they will cry. You know, one day I was telling my wife, I've been moving around town. I had fuel in my car. So I've been moving around town for about over a week without a dime in my pocket. So, but I didn't mention it to her. So one day I was telling her, I said, you know that in the last 1 week, I've been going around town without money. She said, how will you do that? What if your tire gets punctured? I laughed. If my tire got punctured anywhere, I said, I will just look for the next person and say, please come, help me jack this tire, go and change it, please. I didn't hold money, help me pay for it, and I'll see you later. I said, the person will joyfully. I said, no one will see me the way I am and think that I'm not carrying money. So if I think that I don't have money. So if I forgot money, they will just think I forgot money. I remember one of my teachers, I don't think there's any of my classmates here, Mr. Sam Ozapo. He was my COBOL lecturer in school, for COBOL programming language. You know, I met him after like 10 years out of school, or like 8 years, and I met him somewhere in Lagos. And he was telling me how life had been very good for him. You know, he managed a company, an IT company that had branches all over the African countries, and he was a big man there. He traveled around, you know, but something happened and the company shut down. So things went very bad for him. He went from having official cars to walking or to trekking. So he said when the thing first happened, that he could not pay school fees for over a year for his children, like 3 times in primary school. So one day he decided to go and apologize and plead with the proprietress of the school. Said when the proprietress saw him coming, said, called him, Mr. Samuel. He said, please find time to pay our money. I know you are busy. Find time to pay our money. Can you see it? Even though things had gone very bad, the woman still had in her mind that this man is a rich man. So talk less of the man himself. If you carry yourself as poor, people will treat you as poor. If you invite people into an opportunity that you know is a good and profitable opportunity, and you talk to them about you can bring 20,000, they will see you as poor. I was talking to somebody and he said, I will do this thing, but I don't have more than $100. I said, no, I'm not taking anything less than 1,000. Why? Because that is me. That is the way I see myself. How can I be talking about $100, $50 for what? I might not have the $50, but I see myself. So I said that poor people are emotional. One of the reasons they are poor, they are still poor, is because they are emotional. Everything, they psych their emotions into it. Every little they will begin to cry. You are talking to me like this, if not because he spoke to you because you look poor. Not because you are poor, because you made yourself look poor. And that's why everywhere I go, I carry myself as somebody important. And that's why I could get to a gate where people are being charged and I was given a VIP treatment. So you must understand how this thing works. Rich men, rather than being emotional, what do? Very objective. Very objective. Nothing emotional. That's why I always say I love in the eastern part of Nigeria a group of people called the Igbos. You know, in some ethnic group they say if the father dies, the firstborn must buy the casket. But I love those people from the southeast. They say it is not the firstborn that killed the father. Let the person that has money bury the father. But you will see a very poor man. He will say, no, I'm the firstborn. You cannot take my right from me. It's a poor mindset. Firstborn does not accrue $1,000 to your account. Neither does it accrue 10,000 to your account. It's just in figures. And so if you put your mind at that, and you know that this is my brother, it will help me, or come here, okay? This is what, you carry yourself. Stop carrying yourself with emotion. Stop putting emotion into things that should be objective about. If you can't pay that bill, you can't pay because you have not earned it. And so carry yourself as someone who knows. Don't psych your emotion into things. Rich people, they tell themselves, I failed. Oh, guy, you didn't do that well. Oh, guy, you shouldn't have done that. I met someone some months ago. He said one of the reasons he loved and chose his business partner was they are down to it. He said they have only quarreled on one thing. He said the guy, there were two that owns the company, but he's the only signatory to the account because the other one is not in Nigeria. And they have never mistrusted themselves. He said the only thing they fight about is if a job is not well done. To deliver a poor job, they will call themselves and say, if I was telling them, they will call themselves and say, something is wrong with you. How can you do that kind of job and you make our customer to suffer? That is the only time they shout on themselves, not money. But the poor man, you do business with a poor man, when you share money, if you are going to share 1 naira 50 kobo into 3 places, he wants it to the last pain to be equal. The moment you make it somehow, you will see it brings his emotion. Is it because I'm not able to contribute to it? No, guy, what is 10 kobo in this sharing? You must become an objective man. That is one of the mindset of the wealthy people. They are objective. They don't bring sentiments of age. They don't bring sentiments of background. They don't bring sentiments of education. They don't bring all of those into discussion. They come with quality, objective mindset. So let me also tell you that it is your capacity that determines what you do with the money you make. So if you don't build your capacity, even if you have money, it will not become wealth. That's why many people earn good salary. They are still not in the wealthy status because they have no capacity to think about where to put the money to make them wealthy. So stop using the mentality of salary to go into investment. Mentality of salary is whether this boss sells or the boss does not sell, I will collect my salary. The mentality of investment is let's get it working. Let's get it working. If it works, I get my pay. I don't want to take further your time. Please, you can register for the practical mentorship, but if you don't want to register, tomorrow we are not going to be talking. Tomorrow is another platform. It's not the mentoring class, but I run another program tomorrow at the same 2 o'clock, showing us products and opportunities that we have taken advantage of, and God is moving us into that status of the wealthy. So there are 2 different programs. This is a mentoring program. The other one is a financial opportunity outlook, where we show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you can do to take advantage of what the young men, digital age, are using to make wealth. Thank you. If you have any question, please drop your question. In the next 2 minutes, I want us to sign out. Thank you for participating in this program. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. See you again on Saturday for this program. But if you want to see specific products, opportunity where you can build wealth, join me again on this same platform tomorrow by 2 p.m. And you will begin the journey. For those of you that are signing in, I've seen 1, 2 people who have signed into the practical mentorship program. You are locked in, but you'll be happy you did. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.